But when I was, I believe it was 8 and 9, we joined a swim team at the Frederick Douglass Park pool, which was very scary for me. It was this huge pool, oval shape, more than 50 meters across. But it was the dressing room that really spooked me. There were stalactites and stalagmites, and I hated going in there. And my dad would stand at the door to make sure I didn't get caught by any monsters. And I just went home wet. I was not willing to go back in there. But that experience on a team made a huge difference to me, and I couldn't figure out why that was the only experience. The coach left after a couple of years, and that was the end of the Frederick Douglass Park swim team, sadly. So I knew what it meant to be on a team, but there were no other teams allowed. So by the time I got to high school, I realized that music involved teams. So I played clarinet in the marching band, I played bassoon in the orchestra, I sang in the choir, and I sang in the madrigals. So that was my team experience through high school, which led me to wish to be a music major in college. And I was for 3 years, and then my fourth year, they had something called student design interdisciplinary majors. So I signed up for that, although one's supposed to sign up their freshman year, not their senior year. But I convinced them that all of my credits taken in government and philosophy and even music should count. And so I became the first, and I think only, in the field of political philosophy. And that political philosophy really made a difference into how I live my life. And music is still a part of my life, but and I still have my bassoon. But again, that lifestyle was not one that I had originally planned on. My original plan as a child was to be a judge. I guess my parents said I was very judgmental as a child, so that would be a good use of that approach. And so I figured I'd do that. And thus, after becoming a political philosophy major, I actually, at the behest of Dean Jewel Plummer Cobb, who was dean of the college at the time, she insisted that I apply to law school. And I finally did. She wanted me to apply to Harvard, and I refused because they didn't allow me to go to undergraduate there, so I didn't want to waste $100 on applying there. So I applied to the University of Pennsylvania, go Quakers, which is the city in which I was born, so I figured my parents couldn't complain. And there was that little added item that Vesper Boat Club, which has as its motto, creating world and Olympic champions, had opened their doors to women. So Philadelphia is where I went for law school, as well as rowing.